A guy came up and told me the other day, he said his shoes were had holes in them, and he said Rashid pulled off his shoes and gave him his shoes. And he came home barefoot, and I told him, I said, you know what, I remember that. I said, because his mama went and bought him another pair of shoes, and them shoes was $100 and some, and we laughed at it. And even the day that he was murdered, I had talked to him that morning, and he told me he had a feeling that something was going to happen. He didn't know what. I asked him, I said, well, what were you doing? And he said, I haven't did nothing. He said, I just had the same feeling when my friend left. And when I came back home that evening, the whole house was clean. He had washed all his clothes, laid them neatly on the foot of the bed, lined the shoes up in the closet in the same shoes that his mom had bought.
Light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
It's no way and no reason why a child shouldn't be able to play in his front yard.
That's right.
No reason why a parent should be afraid to let a son or daughter go to a neighborhood park and enjoy him or herself day. So we need people to open your mouths. If you know something, please call Crime Stoppers. You can leave the tips anonymous. You don't have to tell who you are, so that we can solve the problem to this crime and solve some of these murders and wipe some of these tears from these mothers' eyes.
We asking everybody to pray. If you have teenagers, know where your teenagers are. If we have little kids, know where your little kids are.
Like I always say, it's ironic that in the city that changed the entire world in the 60s, the 50s and the 60s, where we marched for public accommodation rights, we marched for the right just to drink at a water fountain when we're thirsty. We marched for the right to sit at a lunch counter. But the challenge today is, in 2014, will we fight with the same passion for the right to bring love back in our communities? So that's what's missing. We're missing two things, love and unity. Love is the most powerful force on the planet, and we just have to force it. We have to fight the impediments that's in our community. And the way that we fight it is not with guns, it's not with violence, it's not with getting tougher on them. The way we fight it is with more love. The way we fight it is through education, proper education. And proper education is teaching these young men and young women to love themselves.